Good morning, fishing fam, and welcome back to the channel. Hoping to put something special together today. If you've been following the Sixth Sense unboxing, you saw that I unboxed the Panorama 6.5, and a couple boxes before that I actually unboxed these Panorama 2.0 for the drop shot. So today I got both of these rigged up and hoping to just get on some fish today. I'm actually going to start out with the drop shot, and I got that rigged up. So let's get to fishing. Got one, finally. Oh, it's tiny, whatever it is. It's a bass. Finally, man, one bite, one fish. That is the smallest bass ever. But I will take it because it saved me from the skunk and the struggle bus. Thank you, buddy. There's some spawning going on though, because I do see these little fry right here. Ton of fry. Well, we got one fish. Several casts later, we'll take it. 3 ponds, 1 fish. Not a great day out there, but like I said, I think the weather's starting to turn. Hopefully these fish start getting fired up here soon and moving up shallow so we can get to them. All right, guys, we took a little lunch break, maybe longer than we should have, but decided to come back out, give the panorama an old try. As you guys saw from the drop shot, there was only 1 fish that I caught, and really kind of the only bite. It's the evening hours, so still got some sunlight. Figured I'd come out and give it a shot. I do love how realistic they look. I think they're, as far as look, 10 out of 10. Only comment I have on the drop shot one is I think it would be perfect for the drop shot, how small it is. It is incredibly small. I'll post a little clip here. As I was leaving the last pond, there was a little creek that I found, and I saw pretty decent sized bass in there, and I saw just a ton of fish. Anyways, it was clear, and I got to actually see how it looked underneath the water and kind of how the fish were responding to it. And it didn't seem like if I had done the same thing with the drop shot, let's say I tossed I don't know, even like a worm, like I wacky rigged a worm or something, I feel like their response to it would have been a lot different. So I don't know, it just gave me a little bit more insight to how it looks underneath the water. Because yeah, you test it, right? You throw it where you can see still clearly in the water, and you're like, oh, that looks good, yeah. But seeing it in that creek and seeing how the fish were responding to it just changed my mind on it a little bit. I was a little bit less excited about it, and I don't know, partially I think it's because how small it is, if I'm being honest. I just really thought because of the size it was just gonna get eaten up, but that was not the case at all. And we're still in, there's a lot of factors too. We're still in pre-spawn, just because the outside temperature's gone a lot nicer. The water temps haven't risen much, and so I think we're still seeing these fish out deep, not quite moving shallow yet. Yeah, I almost feel like that drop shot, the panorama, I don't even know the size because there's no size on it, but it's just almost a little too small. And I was fishing in a dirty, sorry, I just thought I got hit there. I was also fishing in dirtier water, so I don't know, there's always the battle or the debate of how much these fish can see, and it could be a placement thing of literally getting it right in front of them. I don't know. Again, there's too many factors. I'm not saying I'm a fan of it. I'm not saying I'm not a fan of it. I'm just wondering how effective it actually is. This is a good maybe comparison, because this panorama 6.5 is the polar opposite. It might be too big, too intimidating, but we'll see. I think part of the appeal for this is it's supposed to look like a dying bait fish, so hopefully you can remove a few points for intimidation. This also does require a lot of patience, because although it has some weight to it, it sinks really, really, really slow. And so sometimes I'll toss it out there and I'm thinking, I might be bouncing it off the bottom, but really just the one pop gets it into the middle of the water column quickly before I'm working it on the top. So patience is the key. So I'll give this pond a once over, and hey, if we don't catch anything on it, we gave it a shot. I probably fished the drop shot a little bit too long, if I'm being honest. The key is, hopefully it's not one fish catch. Hopefully it's 2, 3, 4. I'll take 2 though. Yeah, one thing I noticed too in the creek that I was just kind of messing with the drop shot, and again I'll show you a little clip of that, but just how timid the fish were. Normally, like, I mean, I went there last summer, I think, and fished that little creek, and man, the fish in there were just really aggressive. Literally anything I was throwing in there, they were just attacking. Like, they just detected there was something that wasn't normally in there, in their body of water, and they attacked it. Every time I threw the drop shot, they were off. I am kind of curious about the bass in there though, because how does a bass that big make it into a small creek like that? It's kind of interesting because if I followed the creek and there's no connection into that pond. One more observation I'll give you on the 6.5 is the tail. I thought that tail would have a lot more action, especially as it's like fluttering down back, nose diving, or you know what I mean, like when you kind of bounce it off the top and then it kind of comes back down. I thought it would give a little bit more flutter of the tail, but it really doesn't. It's very stiff. I don't know how important that is, or that's even part of the design, but it does seem if that tail was able to flutter a little bit more. So I'll show you here. Yeah, you would think it would, like, as it's popping back down, it would have more flutter, and now you're not gonna be able to see it, but it's very stiff. Again, maybe that's how they wanted it to be designed, I don't know, but I just kind of wonder if that tail was giving off a little bit more action, it may cause a little bit more of a reaction bite. Because to me, this is more of along the definition of dead fish, or dead fishing, right? Like, it just seems like the fish is just floating. It like floats up and just drops down. Maybe I'll pop something on the screen with the short description of what Sixth Sense says about it, because I watched, several videos on it, and I rigged it the way they recommend, so I just really want this bait to work. There's a part of me that doesn't want to give up on it, but that's why you can't let looks can be deceiving. The way this bait looks, even the small panorama, even the small drop shot one, it's just probably the most realistic I've seen. But if the action's not there, then that could be the answer too. And again, I'll put another asterisk next to it. Like, it could totally be the ponds that I've been to. Could be the water, the weather. I mean, based on the weather, I'm thinking these fish should be a little bit more fired up, but that's kind of interesting. Now that I have it shallow, it does appear to be giving a little bit more action. said, guys, thank you guys for watching. Didn't get it done today with the 6.5, but gave it a fair shake. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Until next time.